Okay, just checking in. This video is not going to be very educational. This is just information that you need to know. First of all, you still only have to do science on the days that you would normally have class. So on March 25th, which is the day I'm planning on posting this video, then girls 1 and boys 1 will be meeting. Girls 1, you're still doing lesson 2, which means that you don't actually need to be watching this video right now, but you probably are anyways. Boys 1, you are doing lesson 3, and that's what this video is based around. Things you also need to know. At the beginning of lesson 3, you'll be taking a quiz, which I mistakenly posted yesterday as well. You weren't ready for that, so I just deleted it, but I'm going to repost it today with, it's the exact same quiz. You just go in there and take it at any time. By the way, this lesson is relevant to Girls 1, Girls 2, and Boys 2 for Thursday, March 26th. So Boys 1, you should be watching this video on March 25th, Wednesday. Girls 1, Girls 2, Boys 2. You don't have to watch this until Thursday. Again, if you are, you don't have to do this until Thursday. So start with a quiz. After that, you're watching a video on the stickleback fish. That's going to go along with the virtual lab that we're going to be starting next week. It's kind of interesting. So you're going to be like a Charles Darwin yourself. What you're going to do is you're going to be studying these fish. They're called sticklebacks. The situation of the sticklebacks is that they generally live in the ocean, but they are like salmon, where they go into freshwater rivers to lay their eggs. However, about 10,000 years ago, at the end of the last ice age, a lot of the rivers that were once around the areas of Canada and Alaska where the stickleback fish were going and laying their eggs, they started to dry up. So instead of being rivers, these areas became lakes. So just like Charles Darwin was jumping around from Galapagos Island to Galapagos Island and examining the similarities and differences of the finches on those islands, you will be virtually hopping from lake to lake to lake in Canada, observing the stickleback fish there and seeing if you find any differences. The differences will hopefully, based on the theories that we've been studying, be related to what their environments are. So fish in environments with a lot of predators are going to, we hope, show these spines. If this were a stickleback fish, they have little spikes about here and here. And the fish coming from the lakes with no predators should not have spines. That's what we're hoping to see. But you're just going to watch a background video and answer a couple questions today. The reason I'm trying to keep your lesson relatively short is because your project for your evidence for evolution, Google Slides, is due. Please submit that on Google Classroom with your research notes. All the requirements are there on the document with a rubric. Lastly, attendance. From the time you have class, you have 24 hours to submit the work that you're supposed to do. So that means if today is Wednesday, you have 24 hours until Thursday to submit your work. That's the main way we're taking attendance. So if you're not submitting your work, we don't know if you're technically here. However, if you're struggling to complete your work, please just send us a message, communicate with your teachers, and then once we've heard from you and we know you're trying, we'll still mark you present. So no big deal, but there are still a couple students who we have not heard anything from and received no work from. So if you are in that group, I'm worried about you and I'm messaging you. Last but not least, I just wanted to update you. I am safe and sound now in London, where I'll be staying for the duration of our quarantine. Hoping to get back to Abu Dhabi as soon as possible, but hoping much more that everybody's safe. I know all of us miss a lot of things, including, surprisingly, school. I already miss like doing things outside the house, but it's okay. Got my routine going on with my yoga and reading every day. So we'll get through this. And I'm going to splice on the end here a little video of my workstation where I'm recording this so you can see your area where you're talking to me at. Anyways, miss you guys. Keep completing your work. Keep messaging me if you have any problems. Maybe in the future we'll move to synchronous learning, which means you will have to be online and join in the conference calls with me as I teach you live. But for now, we are asynchronous, which means that you can complete your work within the 24 hours, and you could do that at any time. But that's all. Just wanted to show you guys my new workspace. I've got the lovely view here, sunny day. I did eventually go for the iPad. Whoops. Okay. There we go. Got my keyboard going on, my Apple Pen. I really wanted this for a long time. Got my battery pack, pen, lessons going on in here. Headphones, chapstick, water, book. Life is good.